Wall Street is now online, baby. That's right. Visit the GW District. Shop the very best in men's and women's apparel and accessories, home decor, office supplies, books, pantry items, and so much more. The GW District is a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media. We're both veteran and Black-owned, and we're bringing you the best online shopping experience with products made by small businesses. Come and experience the GW District difference today at shopgwdistrict.com. That's shopgwdistrict.com. The GW District, a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media.
That's right. That's right.
What you need, do what you can, catch me up to speed. Do you smoke some $3 with me? If you not, fuck with me, you a dummy. 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 Yo, name is Kavanaugh, don't you forget it, bro. I call you niggas out, yeah, I call you hoes. Baddest MC in the game. Y'all gonna know the name, y'all gonna remember the name. I'm gonna tear that ass out the frame, it's a fucking shame. You boys can't even back the days. What, man? Y'all names ain't even got no game. I'm straight from the south, knock a nigga out. Without, turn the party out. Slap niggas, I'm out. After she put you out, go and make a shout. But shit, you a dummy. Y'all niggas think you fuck with me, it's ain't even sunny. Looking for them girls that got that good and cutty. She's a cutty buddy. Gonna fuck a dummy, gonna leave her coming. Gonna put in the tummy, gonna leave her running. Taste the pussy just like honey, cause you a dummy. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. Do what you can, catch me up to speed. Do you smoke some $3 with me? If you not, fuck with me, you a dummy. 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 Dummy.
Shoot house today for a couple of hours, so we did some work. Been good.
Ooh. So how was it at this content shoot house? How you how much content did you shoot? Tell me about your experience in this spot.
So this one, I didn't do too much at this one. My previous shoot house, we did a lot of filming. This one was more so like a lot of photos, mostly for social media content. I think in the evenings they were probably doing some OnlyFans stuff and whatnot. I did not participate in any OnlyFans content with the group this time, but I have plans on doing some stuff with a couple of the people that were there later on next week. So
what is OnlyFans content?
So for me it would be like
understand.
Yeah, for me it would be like any type of pornographic content, videos, pictures, stuff like that.
Oh, most definitely. I agree. No, this is the first time I heard someone just said OnlyFans video. He was saying porn or fuck video.
I mean,
just to let you know, I forgot. See, I gotta remind you. We uncensored, we real. This your safe space. You feel me? This is the Smokers Lounge. You feel me? So
I got you.
Free to talk how you want to talk, be how you want to be, period. So it's like this because we don't get the opportunity to tell our story, the really real and the truth, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I brought you on here because I saw you was fucking with Heck Tech and I was like, okay. And I see the tats, I see the visuals. I said, yeah, I need to interview her. I like her.
We're good.
Period. And so, with that being said, let me speak to the people and then we can get this thing cracking, okay?
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Smokers Lounge here on Anchor, the perfect app for anyone trying to start their own podcasting career. All you got to do is download the Anchor app on your phone or go to anchor.fm and I'm sorry, you just so gorgeous. He's like so distracted. He's just and they know I'm like quick with it. You just even the men probably just watching it's like, man, I know you can't even do the thing. Okay, we're gonna do it abbreviated. I because I'm sorry, just certain females that they just got that energy that just zoo, just sex appeal, and but we'll get into all that. Okay, back to what I was saying. So anyway, now where was I? Yes, I'm your host, Kevin Arva Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Y'all know what it is. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/porn rap star. Let me tell you about three wonderful sponsors that we have for you. The first will be in the Facebook of the LS community, lsworld.com. Next up, the hottest adult magazine on the web today, eroticismmagazine.com. And last but not least, and black owned, and for you content creators, 90% profit plus no hashtag issues, and they even offer healthcare. Plus, for you consumers, a new place where you consume triple X content. I'm talking about excitebunny.com. Also, we're a proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. So go over to shopgwdistrict.com and buy from over 500 black-owned retailers, shops, and boutiques. Also, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, catch me on fullyswapradio.com. Also, check me out on SkyhawkAfterDarkTV.com as well as the BGP LLC app. So now I will shut up and let this gorgeous tatted lady who just smiling, she introduce herself.
I am Leah Michelle. You can pretty much find me on Twitter, and then all my links are there. OnlyFans. Where else am I? Mostly on OnlyFans. I have a couple other sites that I have some content on, but usually it's OnlyFans. So
Yeah, so, um, first question. Um, I take it, did you have modeled before?
yes.
Okay, then you probably worked the runway a little bit here and there, trying not, but definitely modeling, what have you. So tell me your experiences as being a model before you got into the sex side of things.
I mean, I usually was doing like a lot of, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but my main focus was like print work and photos and stuff. Never wanted to walk the runway because it just, I, I didn't really want to, I felt stupid, honestly, to walk it. I just felt like my walk was, because I was an athlete, so I just never felt like I was elegant enough to like walk
Oh my
the
God! Oh,
runway.
you was an athlete. Okay, what? Let's see. Okay, what was your sport?
I played basketball and lacrosse in high school.
Okay, wait a second, lacrosse.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! So yeah, you have energy for days then, because
Huh?
yeah, you have energy for days to play lacrosse because that's a lot of running.
Yeah,
Plus the stick work and all that. Yes, I do watch lacrosse, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I do.
yes, I enjoyed it. I started modeling when I was like 8. I used to do, actually I did bridal shows for, well, it was Leggett at the time, but Belk.
Mhm.
Um, and then I took a little bit of a break when I was in high school. Then I ended up actually joining. I'm a veteran, so I joined the military at 23, and then decided I was gonna go back to modeling when I was in the military. Mostly because I was very self conscious, and
Mhm.
I wanted to be able to like see myself like other people saw me. So I started modeling, and I started doing implied nude stuff, and that kind of developed into what I'm doing now. I cammed for a little bit when I left the military, and then from there, I just continued to like get more involved in like nude work and eroticism and all those things that we do on the dark side. So yeah, I recently started doing film work with the partners. I've done a lot of
Mhm.
solo stuff, but this year I started working with King and Jasmine of Royal Fetish, and I really liked the way they produce their work. So I'm just kind of learning from there.
So when it's one thing to go to do solo, um, then now it's you move into doing boy girl,
Yeah.
which now you're dealing with a partner. Um, Speak to some of the things that guys can do. Um, Well, actually, we're gonna do this. Let's unpack your first shoot. All right. Now, this is your first boy girl shoot. Did you do a boy girl shoot prior to this, like just for your own, like to have for your own fans or what have you?
I mean, maybe I speak, maybe not, but I feel like everybody has at least like recorded themselves at least once.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've done though. I mean, I've seen, I've done those things with partners that I was involved with, and I may or not have like put it on OnlyFans to sell. Um, but I, yeah, I never did like anything like a product like that was actually a production, or even with like good lighting, or it wasn't like, oh, let's film us. It was like in the
Mm.
moment, like get your phone out, like let's just like record 5 seconds of
Let's
this.
just fuck. Let's just fuck
Yeah,
that we record this shit. Cause I'm
yeah,
feeling nasty today.
basically, yeah. So yeah, so my first shoot was I was very spoiled, I think, in my first shoot, which is why I haven't really done much other boy girl stuff with another partner
Ooh.
since then.
Okay. So
Yeah,
sport. So this was a professional shoot, or this was a just like. Are you talking about your first professional shoot? You was spoiled, or
yeah.
you was just, okay then. All right, now see now we heading in the direction I want to get to. All right, now, so walking on set because we have and expectations of what a porn scene might be if we was in it, period. So, what were some of your expectations versus what it was when you walked in there?
I think that my expectations were like, well, so I was shooting with a couple. Um, so first what I didn't guess I didn't really know what to expect because I was more nervous about meeting Jasmine, I think, than I was about meeting King, because she's a woman, she's the queen, she's the one that's gonna, you know, the woman's always got to come first. So I was really nervous that maybe me and her wouldn't really, not that we wouldn't get along, but like that I'd be so nervous because she was there and like I'm getting ready to have sex with her husband. So that was a little different feeling for me. But they really did a really
You're
good
gonna run
job.
into that a lot in porn. I'm telling you that now.
No, yeah, I feel like I'm kind of that. They really broke the ice with me on that, but they're really sweet. They're very professional. They talk to me like I'm a person. Um, they really introduced it to me because I did a scene with her first before I did. So I did a pregnancy fetish photo shoot with, or a film with Jasmine, and King recorded it, or he filmed it, and and then the three of us, we all filmed together. And then I had the scene with King. So by the time I got to the scene with King, we had been shooting for 10 hours at that point. So we had lunch. We talked. They do really good jobs with their pre-production meetings and their pre-production like clips and like talking and stuff like that. So when I say I got spoiled, I think they did everything right. So once I got
Yeah.
on set, I, I got on set and almost immediately everything that I thought I would be nervous about went away because they were just so awesome.
Yeah, because you cut your teeth on a very professional level for your first boy girl.
Yes.
Um, so, like, what's some of the things that you learned? Because one, I already know that you took to it like a fish took the water because one, you're a model. So you know your angles, you know how you look, you know how you want to look. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, a female that was a model prior to becoming a porn star knows how to make love to the camera. I'm
Yeah, I
just
mean, I've been
saying.
doing it forever, so yeah.
Yeah. So with you, it was like, what's some of the things that you learned about being in front of the camera and filming and doing that?
Well, film never lies, so you can't really, any other imperfections that you have, you kind of have to embrace them because they're gonna show, because you can't Photoshop it out. I mean, it's a film, and and also just like the audio part, I didn't even think about certain things like turning off the air conditioning because that could cause background noise. Like all those things are important, so learning about the audio was different for me. Projecting my voice because I can't. I'm thinking about how I'm having sex,
Yeah.
personally, and I want to be soft and sweet and whisper in someone's ear, but they can't hear that, so I need to be louder, which is very weird for me.
Yeah.
What else did I learn in my first shoot? Like about boundaries and
Hmm.
safe words and whatnot. I never even had those in my normal life. So now that I've been doing porn, I know what a boundary is, and I know what that I don't have to do certain things if I
Yeah.
don't want to do, and how to work around that. Um, like just in general, like how to open yourself up to the camera while you're having sex, because that's important because people want to see what's going on, and having to be in awkward positions, but and also performing sex acts is different for me. But yeah, angles, audio, yeah, angles and audio really is something, and boundaries is what I really learned.
Yeah, because see, I tell people it's a dance between you and the male talent. Because
Yeah,
also the other part you were spoiled with that you work with professional male talent. So which means that he also knows how he has to be able to engineer the scene, to be able
yeah,
to move you and stuff like that. And so my listeners can understand, like, simple shit is if the cameraman want to get a side angle, he got to be able to hook himself and move the ass just enough to where they can see dick going in the pussy and he can see it clear enough. And trust me, it's not comfortable. See, that's
no,
the thing. We athletes. We athletes.
that's another thing. People, I think that people think that, like, oh, you must be having the best sex ever, and I'm like, no, not really. Like, it's not about, like, I mean, yes, we're having sex, and I would like to, like, but the 30 minutes or 20 minutes before the actual finish or the come scene or whatever
Mhm.
is not, it's not comfortable. Um and stop and start and stop and start, like all that, like,
Yeah.
okay.
See,
And
you.
then you might have 2 minutes of, like, okay, this actually feels good, let me go ahead and come or whatever. That's nice, but
See,
everything
that's why
else.
I didn't go Hollywood because I couldn't do the stop and start because I get mad because they'll stop right when you getting in the groove. It be like right there. Okay, hold on. I need you to switch. We need to do it right now.
Yep. I did the stop and start is very interesting. As a female, it's interesting, and I can't imagine being a male in the industry, because that's probably even harder. But for me, it's like, oh, that was almost feeling okay. All right, now, okay, all right, fine. Then we gotta, like, do this, and, like, and then I'm like, okay, like, and, like, the importance of having
Mhm.
lube. I've never really needed to use it in my personal life, but you definitely need it, because you're gonna get dry. It's gonna, like, the air is gonna hit you. You got to stop for 15
Thank
minutes
you
or
for
whatever.
saying that.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that because none of the females ever really talked about that on the
What,
show.
getting dry?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, I mean, it happens. I mean, just as fast as I can get wet, it's just as fast as I can get dry up real quick. Like, I mean, it
Yeah,
happens.
because see, people don't realize it's different between content trade shoot and in Hollywood shoot. Content trade shoot, we control the action. Me and her can go is no director directing, we directing ourselves. But when it comes to the big dogs or people that shoot upon that level, oh no 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 no, it's director, boom mic. You might have you might have catering over there, and the hair and makeup is over there, and they're all waiting for this motherfucker to nut so they can go to lunch.
Yep. Yeah,
It's
and I
weird.
can't even imagine. I mean, I think the biggest shoot that I've done was a content house with the Royal Fetish, and we had it's honestly one assistant, and it was the King and Jasmine who were producing and directing and starring. Actually, I don't even know. Yeah, Jasmine did one, and then me and another talent. So it was five of us in there, and I mean, we were just doing everything ourselves. But even with that, even so, like, I feel like they, although it wasn't just a trade shoot, just me and the person, and even the last trade shoot I did, we did a fair amount of stopping and starting, because he's pretty decent at his angles and whatnot. But even so, like, we still had to stop and start. We still had to get lube. We went from outside to inside. I mean, part of our scene was outside. Part of it came inside. I mean, we're fucking on a foosball table and the couch. So, like we're going from one set to the other, and it's not like fluid, you know.
She was on the foosball.
Yeah, we did. It was
Okay,
great.
that was hardcore though. I like that. I like that.
But even so, going from one like spot to another, we have to then move all the cameras, and we have to check the lighting. We have to check to make sure it looks good. And so while if I was doing this on my personal life, I would just be like going from one place to another. But even the fact of you going from a bed to a couch, or the couch to the floor or whatever, you still have to stop and start and angle your cameras and get the lighting set up, because even if you move like a foot over to the left, you got to now you have to like figure out how to make that work, and how to make it look the same as it did 5 minutes ago. So
So now, with you have shooting with the professionals, because I think you said Royal Flush, the couple. Um, how has this shaped how you shoot your content?
um so I and this is actually, I think, not a problem, but I think has hurt me shooting my solo stuff, because I'm usually by myself. I don't personally like the camera to be stagnant anymore since I've done other people. So I think it is very boring for me to set my camera up here and masturbate, and then nothing is moving, like, other than me. Like, the camera is still sitting still. I can't get up in my vagina. Like, I can't like move it. So I really wish somebody would come up with a way that like person can film a solo content, but it looks like somebody else is filming them. Like, whether I had like it on like a tripod or something, I could just like make it a robot, something, just make it move up and down, back and forth. Um, that's annoying. And just like quality, like the quality, like I want to make sure like my scene is clear. I want to make sure like I said, the background noise is kind of at a minimum. How might want to put a song in the background when I'm editing for certain parts, but then making sure that I'm project like my voice is projected up front, because I don't want the music to overpower my moans. So, stuff like that. I think that just seeing the way that this couple shoots, and then how they edit as well, and then I get the final project, just kind of makes me feel like there's got to also be like a storyline to it. I can't just, I mean, I could, but I could just start like shoving a dildo up my vagina and like going at it or whatever. But I like the fact that it's like there's got to be, can there be like a little bit of a story behind what we're doing too? So
Yeah, because I think, well, one, to me, when it comes to solos, it's more like you playing to a webcamish type crowd, because
hmm
that's what they're used to.
hmm
Because I mean, even from my experiences, if we're talking to people, it is two different fan bases when the content versus camish type stuff and soloish. But but the key, I don't give a damn if it's content or solo. You got to switch it up. You you got to yeah. The storyline speaks volumes, because even to the point you can play the different fetishes and stuff like
yeah,
that. You can be the mommy, the step mommy. You can be the bad school teacher. You can be the student. You can be what have you. You know, shit. Hell, you can be a freaking. You can come on. You can get away with saying small dick humiliation on goddamn camera. Let's get even
yeah,
real.
yeah.
So yeah, so it's like, to me, but it's a different level, because it's you ain't got that person to bounce off of. Period. 'Cause I always
Right.
wondered, what is the motivation for these women to, to do to do solos and stretch that shit out to a certain extent.
I mean, there's a lot of girls that make a lot of money just off solos. Like it's crazy. But I think if I for me, I'm gonna have to start getting more into like the fetishes. Now I love them. I think they're great. I'm just trying to figure out what, there's so many out there. Like I didn't know there were so many fetishes. I like the like I see girls doing like the gigantic stuff where they're just like larger than life, and they're like stepping on like the camera and like pretending like they're stepping on there. I think that is so cool to be able to do that.
Giantess
Yeah,
fetish, Amazon. Yeah.
yeah. I think that's kind of cool. Like I don't know how they get their titties to be all huge. Like what the hell are they? What are they doing? I don't understand it. Unless they're doing something, unless they're doing something in editing where they're making their boobs like bigger in the video. Like I don't understand it. But that's really interesting to me. So I guess I'm sure that it's interesting to somebody else. Like the balloon fetishes. Those are the kind of souls I would like to do. I mean, eventually I'm going to end up still masturbating, but if I could have fun with it beforehand and like do something really cool where like I'm arousing another sense in someone, I think that would kind of make it more interesting.
Well, see, what you're doing is you expanding your repertoire. See, that's part of what you do in this business, because one, for the ladies especially, there's many ways for women to make money within the porn business that may not even involve them sucking a dick or fucking them.
Yeah.
In some cases, not even being seen. And I
Yeah.
leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? It's just you find what works for you and you work it. But you always try to expand or what have you. It's better to have multiple checks than one. That's what I
For
say.
sure. I mean, I didn't even think everybody always runs to the feet thing, right? I think that everybody who thinks they're gonna get in this industry, they're like, I mean, I get a lot. I want to sell my pictures of my feet. Well, girl, it's gonna good luck,
Look,
because it's a hard one.
I'm not even gonna lie. If I was a woman after watching Killer Sally or Killer Kelly, yeah, I'll be doing wrestling. I'll be balling some dudes up.
So I've done that before. I've done the wrestling before,
Mhm,
like that a little bit. But I actually fell into get to doing feet stuff. I think that that might be my first. I'm gonna
mhm.
figure it out. But I just kind of fell into doing feet stuff by accident. So I'm actually kind of excited about like doing more feet content. But when I first started, I was like, there's no way I'm not doing that. So I think that also you have to be kind of aware of your audience. I can make a video of whatever, and somebody might point out that they like want me to do something. They saw something in a video that I wasn't even trying to play off of that fetish, but I'm gonna give it a try though and see how I like it. I think that's a big thing in this industry is like you kind of have to. I mean, obviously, stay
You
within
got to
your
be
boundaries.
diverse. You got to be diverse.
Yeah, stay within your boundaries. Also, like
Yeah.
don't do anything that's a hard limit for you because I don't do anal. I'm just not gonna do it. It's a hard limit for me. But
She said that's a hard limit.
no, like I
No
mean,
a hole.
no, I will do anal play, but I'm not doing anal.
Now,
But
now,
I've
now, now, I'm gonna ask you this. That's an interesting thought because the people that always watch and listen, we keep it real here. There's always the pressures because of bookings, um, wanting to get to certain statuses within the porn industry. The fine line of doing it, I'm trying to say it the right way. That fine line of I'm doing it because I want to, I'm doing it because I feel I need to.
yeah.
You get where I'm coming from? Period. How do one balance that? And what in your situation, what do you take into account the most?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, then like for example, and we keeping it real here. Anal pays more.
Okay.
Anal girls that are able to do anal get a little bit more booking, what have you. Now, Head Tech knows me. From looking at you, I don't. Once they get a whiff for you, you probably gonna stay booked. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. So it's how do one, what I'm saying, when they are chasing this, when they're doing this, take into account, okay, yes, these motherfuckers over here is looking for this. Do I want to try that or push that to get that versus my mental?
I mean, I'm a firm believer in trying everything once, and if you don't like it, then don't do it again. Don't how do you know if you like something if you don't try it? For
Mm-hmm.
me, I mean, I'm old enough. I've done it before. I do not like it. I have had some issue. I've had some traumatic experiences with that particular sex act. I'm not doing it. I don't care how much
Mm-hmm.
money you give me. Um,
Some girls just can't do it. And they're just keeping it real.
yeah, I mean, I don't. It doesn't feel good to me. I do not like it. I no, and even if I did do it, it would have to be the guy. I'd have to have a smaller guy. I'm just gonna be honest. Like I can't. I don't want no big
Well,
dick
if you
man.
want to be free, want to keep it real, back in the day, actually, the dick size was actually a 6 or a 7 that went in the ass for anal.
Yeah, I'm not. Now,
It just
now what
when
I
the 90s hit and Pinky and all that, that's when big dicks would start going in asses.
you know I would be very I'd be willing to, and I say this to my partners in my private life. Like if that's something that you really like to have, I really like to watch. So we can compromise. You can do it with somebody, and I'll cuck, and I'll sit there and I'll watch it and I'll masturbate, and that's how we're gonna compromise on that situation. So
Okay, hold on. I just want to marinate on that thought what you just said. I just want to marinate on that. That's a beautiful cook right there. I ain't even gonna lie.
I mean, look, we both get what we want, and we'll both be happy at the end of the day. Is how I feel about that. So.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I just love cook couples. I swear, they're so fun. They're so
Mm.
fun. I love them. I love them. So I'm gonna ask you this: are you into gangbangs, and is there something you plan to add to your repertoire?
I I would probably end up doing those more so than anything else. I have to work my way up to the more people. But the last scene I did, I don't even know where it starts at gangbang. But the last scene I did,
Three dudes. That's where it starts. It's
so
three
the last
dudes.
so the last scene that I did, there was two males, and then there was a female who strapped up. So in my opinion,
Okay,
that
that
wasn't
kind of
gangbang.
count. That
So
counts
yeah.
actually.
So I loved it. It was great. I had a really good time. It was very awesome scenes with some BDSM and cage and some more stuff. So
Ooh,
it was
so
very
so
fun.
so so you are into BDSM.
Yes, I am. I do like that. But it has to be. I mean, I've tried it with other people who I am a
Hmm.
dom, and like it's like, oh no, 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 you're not. So I have to. The person who's doming me has got to be like a real dom. Like you got
Well,
to.
for one, anytime when you're doing a scene of that nature, to keep it 100, that the people that's lifestyle that plays to, if it ain't authentic, they're not gonna buy
No,
it by no
no.
means. So, and then too, also, it's about that's something you got to kind of build up for because that's when you do BDSM scenes, that's a different level of yeah. I can't even put it in words because
I feel like more people would look at me and they were like, "You need to be the dom," and honestly, I'm not. I'd rather be.
I no, I felt sub with you. I wouldn't. I've seen you bondage and
Yeah, I've been
different.
mummified before. I've been in a cage a couple
Oh,
times. I
oh,
did
oh,
a
whoa, whoa! Stop! You just ain't gonna just slide past the fact you say you've been mummified. Ain't no. Whoa. Okay, I want to hear this story. Let me get
well.
comfortable.
Well, it was a scene that we did. I was in New York, and we did a scene where basically it was like forced orgasm, and I was half mummified, so they just did the Saran wrap
Hmm.
on the top, and then I had a hood on, I believe, at the time.
Hmm.
Um, so I couldn't really see anything, which was awesome. And then they did a leg spreader, so I really just I couldn't move, which was awesome, and I just kind of felt like very peaceful because like I couldn't do shit. I was just like sitting there, and I was like, all right, whatever, do whatever you want to me.
Wait a second.
Um,
Wait a second.
so that was pretty cool.
Hold on. Wait a second. You very flexible, ain't you?
Not anymore. I used to be,
Not
but
anymore. Oh, I was about to say because I already smell. Hey, like I can see you on sexually broken. If no one ever seen this site, go see it.
what is
It's
it?
sexually broken. It's a BDSM site. It's to what they're talking about, but they take it to woo. Check out Sexually Broken.
Okay.
Just go check it out.
Okay.
It's BDSM. The girls like one scene like he have them bound and they go to town on them, what have you, period. From face fucking it's what you would yeah, similar to what you were doing with the mummification shit. You feel what I'm
Okay.
saying? So it's to that level of I ain't gonna say it's not slut training. I can't call it that. It's just like it's more of BDSM bound and they bound you and fuck the shit out your ass. But it's a BDSM twist with it.
Gotcha.
Period. And to me, like myself, I am a dom also. I'm in the lifestyle as well. And it's like even to how I approach when I shot scenes, I wanted trust from the female. So I made it a
Right.
point to have that conversation. And two, this is where dudes fuck up. They're not real doms. She has to, how can I put this? Kind of almost suggest it to a certain extent. You feel what I'm coming from? It's like kind of suggested, or it, it's a certain submission with it, even though she may not be collared by you or what have you. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Period. So it's to me, it's like even when I talk to a female, like when she's like, "Yeah, I do this kind of video," where I prefer before we do that, we really get to know each other, we understand each other, we get a vibe with each other. That is to that level. So when we do it on camera, it's authentic. You know.
Right.
So and be it a submissive, which I keep telling everybody they have the strongest power because they have to submit. That takes a lot of energy and a lot of trust.
There's
So
a lot of trust.
that's why the Dom don't find the submissive finds the Doms, people. And that's real. So you ain't collared, are you?
No.
Okay, you ain't got no Dom nothing, right?
No.
Oh, okay, I just want to make sure because I don't want to disrespect anybody's Dom, Because if you a Dom, you always say hello and thank you for allowing the submissive or the slave to speak to you. Because that's out of respect as Doms. So
Yeah. No. I probably will never. I mean, it would take I think a very special someone to for me to allow that to happen. But I never know. So
so now, people, you know what time it is. It's that time of the show where the dicks, excuse me, the pussies go dry and the dicks go limp. Let's talk about the business. Now, Miss Lady, you run a site. You have your own site. You have a OnlyFans.
hmm
And whatever sites do you actually have, or platforms that you have your content
mini vids, Pornhub, which I need to update, and I do have a video on X. I think was it X videos or something like that.
on?
Most of my stuff just goes to OnlyFans because I have content managers who help me run that one, so it's a little easier. I have my own website where you can order customs from, and companionship dates if you would like to do that. And then me and my Twitter, just love my Twitter. So
So, people don't realize the easy part is the filming. The work is getting it sold,
yep,
and it takes more than one scene for it to sell.
yep,
So, we gonna tackle this in pieces, if you don't mind. If you willing to travel on this journey with me real quick. So, um, people don't realize the work behind it with the promotion, your marketing, your thought process. Plus, on top of that, now I know you at the place in your career that you're thinking brand. You feel me?
hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Thinking brand because you are a brand now. So speak to the work that you put in, you know, with promotion. And then you see you also have people that for the most part do it for you also. They kind of help you as well, right?
Hmm.
So one of the hardest things is giving up control. So what was some of the quality that these people brought to the table that made you say, okay, then I'll let you do this work for me?
Well, I feel like I talk about them so much when I talk. So, the Royal Fetish, they have a part of their brand that's content management. It's called Black Excellence. So, I've actually, Tiana is one of my content managers, and Kat, the other one. I've worked with them. I've shot scenes with them, so I know that they're also invested in not only helping me create, build my platform, but they're also building their platforms at the same time. So that's one of the reasons why I chose them. Well, they approached me with the opportunity, and I was like, well, I've already trusted you guys with filming my stuff, so I might as well see, you know, how you do that with promoting. They really just make sure that my OnlyFans has always got something going on it, because the hardest part about, like you said, is like promoting, but also just being consistent with talking to your fans as well. There might be some days where I don't feel like um, telling a dude to send me a dick pic so I can do a dick rate. Like I might not even be thinking about that. I might be trying to like figure out what's for dinner. So they'll schedule my stuff out for me so that I don't have to do that. And then which also makes me realize that like sometimes they'll recycle pictures, and I'm like, should I've seen that picture like 7 times? I know these dudes are getting tired of seeing that damn picture. Let me make some content. Let me post some more pictures. That also helps me remember that I need to like do more stuff. So I get to focus on like filming, editing. I really want to get behind the camera. I would like to have a production studio. I'm kind of working on that. Um, where I can then kind of help other people do some of this that they're helping me do, because I get a lot of questions about that from a lot of women, about how to start the OnlyFans, how to market it, how to do XYZ. So I might venture into that part here soon. Um, but yeah, man, like having them post something and then waking up the next morning and realizing that like they sent a text message out at like 12 o'clock, like, hey, you still up? Which is something that I would do, but sleep, man. Like I want
Yeah.
my sleep.
Oh no, because okay, first of all, there's a nice little flex that she got a team. Okay, we going nice little flex. Yeah, she got a team, people. That's right. She got people working for her. She has
Mm-hmm.
employees, niggas.
Oh,
But she got employees. But no, but no, because also with that, now that okay, one that means that opens up you to probably, of course, do more. So how do you schedule? How much content do you shoot? How often do you shoot?
I try to shoot something once a week at least. I I take more pictures than anything, and I think it's because I hate doing my makeup,
Mm.
so the pictures are easier to do. But I like to shoot a video at least once a week with stills, and then I think more importantly is how do you utilize that content and make money off of it in more ways than just selling the video. I want to start selling my clothes that I wear in these videos, and I want to start making that part of my brand too. And I'm selling smaller clips, and then getting people to like buy, or selling them by the clips, or getting people to buy customs based off of what I'm doing, because and incorporating different elements into your same clip. So uh like I said, it's more than just getting on camera and masturbating and then having an orgasm. You kind of have to think about it as a whole project. Like, what are you wearing? What's the fetish involved? How can I split this up and make more money off of it? Taking the stills from there and selling and putting those on Twitter to market people to have them come back to watch your video. So I'm trying to get more out of my content because I don't particularly care to shoot as often as I was. So if I shoot once a week, then I can take that one thing that I do and then make multiple streams of income off of that one clip. It's kind of what I'm trying to do now.
Well, the thing is mastering training your fan base.
Yeah.
And also staying at the level that they see you at,
Yeah.
because what I like about you is that you give me pinup. I see pretty girl pictures. I look on your Twitter page. I see that more than I see selfies. And to me, what people don't understand psychologically, whatever you want to cut it, it makes you look important. It makes you look like a star. You know, it you're a sex symbol. You know, preach to being a sex symbol, being a fantasy, because I think that's kind of got lost in the shuffle in the scheme of things with OnlyFans and in the
Yeah,
content creator era. You know what I'm saying?
it's interesting that you say that because there I- because I get people who want to shoot content with me, I have to specifically look at their content to see if it matches my vibe. And a lot of the guys, they're not their content is not the kind of content that I shoot. So they get really offended and they're just like, "Well, how do I'll match whatever vibe you got." And I was like, "That's not no, like that's not like your brand is not even consistent enough." And sometimes I don't think mine's very consistent, but at least I know that like I look good in what I'm doing. So I don't necessarily feel like I need to shoot with anybody. And I think that's might be getting lost too. And some of the girls that I talk to, like, don't just shoot content just to be shooting content. Does it match the brand or the image that you're trying to portray online? If it doesn't, then you don't have to shoot with that person. Just wait.
Yeah, because even when I talked to Go Go, she was like, "I need a thug dude." She was like, "Look at me. Anything else would look right." You know, period. But she had a point. It's the brand that you have set that your fan base is used to you
Yeah.
seeing. You expand but stay within the parameters of that to a certain extent.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to explain to a lot of people that ask me, and then the guys that approach me that want to shoot content. I'm like, I don't really care about like, I don't really care about how many followers you have or whatnot, but like, is the content that you're putting out, does it match my vibe? And if that's the case, then we can make this money together. But if it's not, and you got, like I said the other day, it's like you got, you know, three selfies and rap lyrics on your Twitter, like that's not what we're doing.
It's it iron sharpens iron.
Yeah,
And I'm a guy that been in the business 15 years. You want to work with professionals.
yeah, for
One,
sure.
because less headaches. Because especially if you're working with a dude, um, you want him to be able to keep his dick up.
Yeah, God, that's the
and,
worst.
and the age I came from, she didn't get paid until he busted his nut, and if he couldn't bust his nut or get it hard, she didn't get paid. So, and I remember stories back in the day of that shit happening,
No, I would be pissed.
and they were. They were, god dang it, trust me on that. But no, but seriously, it's with, like I said, with this business, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of planning. It's a lot of it's an actual job.
It is. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. That's why I need to get myself on a better schedule. Like, I just moved, so I'm just still trying to figure it out. But what I have learned in the last couple, especially in the last couple weeks, is that, plan your weeks. Like, film your content on Monday, and then edit on Wednesday, and then release it on Friday, or whatever the case may be. And if you're consistent with that, and you do that once a week, people will be looking for it, and then they'll come buy it. I see that a lot with the fetish girls, with clips for sale. They'll make sure that they have a release every Monday, and then, you know,
Yeah.
like every single Monday. And I'm like, God, how every day you're doing something. Every day you're filming. Like, one day you're filming, one day you're editing, then you're going back over it, and then you have to market it. So if I've learned anything in the past couple weeks, it's definitely that, like, I need to have a day and time that I do everything. If I want to do a live show, I have to do it in the same day or time. If I want to, I've been thinking about catering a little bit more to the guys, and like teaching them how to like take dick pics, and like, because a lot of guys have questions, they don't really know what they're doing. Whereas a girl can kind of like show her tits and like, whoa, okay, wow, she's got 1 million followers because she showed her tits. But guys have such a hard time with like slinging their dicks around on the internet and just like looking like pervs when it could be really artistic. So just trying to figure out your schedule is probably the biggest thing for me. Is like, have a schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, that's because trust me, it be sometime, man, and because I damn near do about 3 shows a day, maybe sometimes, or what have you, and you trying to schedule all the shows and stuff like that, and keep content coming,
Yep.
and I even remember my days in porn, like, but I mean, but even to the point that we kind of had like some leeway because I used to be able to like update maybe 3 scenes a month, eat, eat good, you know. But now it's like the microwave era.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, and then think about how much now you have to be a little bit more creative.
Yeah,
You gotta plan the scene. You have to say, okay, like I'm gonna do this. I mean, I don't. Somebody posted. Well, it was King. He posted a solo where he was like he like had like a plane crash or something, and he was like in the middle of the desert or some shit, and like he had only thing he had on was a mango, so he's like starts eating the mango and he starts jacking off with the mango, and like it shit was hot, but I was like, who the fuck thought of that? Like that's
yeah.
so hot, and I was like, if you're not thinking outside the box these days, like you're just gonna be the next bit. You know, you're gonna be the next bitch on the internet squirting, and
But see, it comes down to what you basically say. It comes down to a story. That's what
yeah,
it is. Because I tell everybody, no matter what trend comes in, it always comes back to the porn stars. Because people want stories. They want something to invest in. Other than it comes in, she's on these giving him head. Okay. I mean, I done seen shit with somebody had on a nun outfit and didn't do shit nunish. And I was like,
like could you at least be praying or something
I mean,
beforehand?
could you hit him with a ruler? I'm just saying.
Like holy water or a crucifix, like something. You know, I'm thinking about all like I have I had something. I had an incident the other night, and which caused me to have this thing on my leg that looks like a house arrest bracelet. So now I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm doing house arrest content for the next 30 days. Like that could be a thing. But then I started googling it, and I was like, is there really a fetish for this? And I mean, fuck yeah, there is. Like there's content where people like break into people's houses and like or like, oh, I'm on house arrest, I can't leave the house. Like make it like a whole thing. And I'm like, you know, there's so many ways that you can make content. Like people just are not being creative.
It like this. Yes, there's rape play, there's race play, there's age play, there's bondage, electro play. I can go down the list. I'm like, if somebody actually went down the list of clips for sale of all the fetishes and made a video, there you have 100 videos.
Clips for Sale is like the place I go to when I want to know if there's a fetish for something. Because usually there is. And if I go to Clips for Sale, I can at least put in the search bar and it's like, there it is. I mean, I didn't even know there was small penis humiliation before I started doing it. Like it's like that's a big one. Like JOIs, I didn't even know I could actually just like do that. I didn't know I could do that. There's so many things. Um, People always want to run to the feet, and I'm like, feet's probably the hardest because it's the most saturated. But there's so many other things that you could do, like the gigant. I don't even know how to say
Face
it, but
face sitting, um, shoot, it's like put it this way, it's you can be sitting at topless ironing, just doing housework nude. Is people just gotta realize what you're doing is you tapping into people's emotions and imaginations.
yeah,
Period.
yep,
So, and I was always taught you have variety. Why? Because you do not want the customer to ever say no.
right.
You know,
You know, and pick a couple fetishes and then work with those and get your fan base used to what you're doing. I mean, like I said, the foot thing, and then I start putting it out there, and I'm having people that are like, "Oh, your souls are so great." And I'm like, "Oh wow, really? I didn't even think." Okay, so now I'm like catering to that. I'm just like, okay, that's a thing. The opportunities are endless, and with your boundaries in place, you could feel like sexually liberated and free, safe, and make money. So
It's niche market. The more niche market is, the more money it makes.
yeah, for sure. Especially if you're good at it. You know what I'm saying? So
So you
unless
also
you're,
webcam as well too, right?
I used to. I don't. Webcam is so slow. The money is so slow. Sit there and talk to people all day like that. It makes me sick.
That's why I love getting all perspectives of the business, baby. It's beautiful.
Girl,
It's
and the
beautiful.
girls who do that shit well, oh my god, they make so much money. I cannot sit there. It's like slow. It's so slow moving for me. I don't understand it. But I mean, who knows? I think at some point I probably will do it on OnlyFans. But I need to just get my fan base up a little bit more before I
Yeah,
start.
some people, I mean, like I tell anyone, you once you find your stride, you're good.
Yeah.
Because you may not like webcamming, so you don't do webcamming. Like I said, you do what works. Period. Now, if a person wants to implement webcamming, then I would suggest like a special show or some bullshit with you and a chick together. Yeah, take a shower, some crap. I don't know. Hey, I'm just suggesting. But the but the thing of it is that excuse me, I'm losing my train of thought for a second. the the point of it is that it's just you taking what you learned from that when it came from the webcamming, and then when you're applying it when you ever come back to it, because now you done built up a base to where now I ain't got to be on there as long.
Right.
As girls, period. Because it's anything in this business you can use and you can make money from it. You just got to
Right.
figure it out. But if it don't work for you, hey, leave the fuck alone. That's what I say.
Yeah. You're right. You're right about that.
So I held you on here for almost an hour, Miss Lady. I want to say thank you for definitely coming, and I definitely want to bring you back.
Okay.
Seriously. So, I always ask my guests, can I call you a smoke buddy?
Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt. So with that being said, tell everybody where they can spend money on you, man.
OnlyFans is Leah Michelle VIP or OnlyFans.com/Leah Michelle VIP. Mini vids. You just have to search me. I don't really remember the login thing or the. Sorry, I am fucking tired. I don't remember my username for mini vids, but I'm on there too, uploading more of my videos to that platform. You can always cash at me or at $Leah LEAHEM. I do a lot of custom videos, so if you wanted something custom done, just email me and we can work that out. Twitter at it's Leah though with 2 eyes.
No doubt. And people, y'all heard it. She'll be back on the Smokers Lounge. And also, we're going to bring her back on the Premium Smoke Room. Y'all know what it is, $4.99 a month, subscription based, 7 premium podcasts for you to listen to. And we get a little bit more wilder, more crazy, and we get more candid, way more honest. And we really touch the shits. You feel me? So with that being said, you know how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Tell everybody this goodbye, Miss Lady.
Bye.
BeatStars.com.
Well, it is, and she was puffing and puffing. I at one point was like leaned. It was an older hotel, so it had really big windows. So I was like, like completely naked up against the window, looking down the parking lot while she's taking pictures, and there's people walking. I was thinking,
I'm gonna do it my way. Fuck off, man. Yeah.
So, I just right off the bat, I'm not gonna do something I'm not comfortable with. But I'm open. I'm upfront with people. People ask me, "Do you do this?" No, I'm sorry, or let me think about it, or how into detail, because there's certain things that that I just don't want to do, or I don't feel like I would be good at playing a role. And
hurt a woman's ability to create the fantasy if they know that she is attached?
I haven't had that issue yet. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe and I think maybe some people enjoy watching that. You know, with another person, or just, you know, I've heard that. I think it's just fun for us, and you know, it brings us closer. We like to laugh, and there's been plenty of times where we'll cut that out later. We'll cut that out later. Just have fun together. You know, we work out together. We go fishing together, and we go to the bar.
Yeah, I've seen the camping pictures. She's sneaking dudes riding kids in the woods.
Wording, things like that.